Alright guys, this is about EB2 NIW application compilation. Here we talk about how to compile all of the files and create an application. Now there are a few things. The importance of this exercise is a lot of time when you apply and you get rejected or they send you back, and if you're doing self-application you should be ready to send the package back. So one click printout of your application is very important. So you should have a PDF of around 500 pages, 800 pages, 1000 pages, whatever is your application. In national interest applications are not that longer, they are more or less around 500 pages. The EB1A though goes around 1000 pages, so those are like double the size. Uh, but you should have one PDF ready. So in this LaTeX document, I show you how to organize and keep your EB2 NIW application in one pack. So first we create folders for our transcript, performance reviews, I-140, W-2s, LOR, employment verification letters, LOR profiles, any volunteering with the citations that we got, the awards, the reviews, first page, the certificates of paper presentation, research profile. In EP1A, you will have folders for media coverage, you will have folder for press coverage, you would have folders for high salary and other chapters. So whatever they have, you put all the PDF in the respective folder, and then you compile to make all those PDF into one single PDF that you would refer in your LaTeX document. So let's see how this application looks like. So this application has different chapters, and then we have exhibits. So the first chapter here is all the forms. So you put all your form, premium processing, your I-140. This is the main form for your green card application. Then you have the receipt, the electronic receipt form. You have the payment form. You have the labor form, which talks about your education and your work experience, which is also required in EB1A. So first chapter is about all the mandatory government forms. Then you have a covering letter. This chapter is more about justification, and this is the heart of your application. So you have an executive summary where you talk about your eligibility and your national interest waiver justification. So this is like addressing the prongs right away on why you think you are eligible, and how your field is related to national interest, and that you are carrying that work ahead. Then you put your work experience. If this person is mostly industry or job kind of an applicant, he put his work experience, and then he talks about how his work experience and outputs are related to US national interests. Like he was working on US portfolio, he was working on different quantitative modeling for banks or like training organization which train US people and all kind of stuff. So this is like a focus on how the person has worked on domains that are in US national interest. Then the person talks about academic contribution. Since this is an industry application, we have put that chapter before the academic contribution. And then we also write in the application that the person did this contribution over and above his job, and that his work excels and it spills over, and it goes beyond his job, and it goes to national interest, like writing a book, like writing and publishing material that are used by other experts at different banks. Then you have professional membership and qualification, any kind of professional membership, CFA, FRM, or any CPAs or any kind of professional membership. Then you have the future endeavor and its impact. And then you have exhibit and attachment. So this is like a mini application, the covering letter, which talks a lot about you. Now these are detailed chapters. This chapter is about how the person is a top proven multidisciplinary researcher, and he can work on domains that are intersection of business and finance and computer science. And so in EB2, we talk about this person is well positioned. So the idea would be that this person has an experience of publishing in interdisciplinary areas, and he is well positioned and his areas of national interest. If you're working at a bank, you write about how this work is critical and how the models are used for making the US financial system stronger. You also talk about your role is critical, and you also talk about how you review the work of others, like you approve pull request, and you refer your letter of recommendation from your workplace and your employee performance review. So every time when you do that, you cite that in the exhibit. Then you have peer reviews, code reviews, peer training. So you have your peer review certification, editorial board membership, the papers that you reviewed, the journals information, the years that you reviewed, and all of that. Then you have professional membership if you have any like FRM, CFA, CPA, or any kind of licenses that you hold in tech. It would be like maybe Amazon or something, but something that requires you to pass an exam and have work experience and like then get selected. Then you have future endeavor about the details about what you want to do and how you want to implement your endeavor. So these are the main chapters about your EB2 and NIW application, and then you have the exhibit. So your first exhibit is your resume. We keep the most important thing on the top. Then you have your research profile. Uh, then you have your letter of recommendation, your publication, academic degrees, and you need to get all the evaluation by WES if they are foreign degrees. You put your awards and any best paper award or best reviewer award or any kind of award that you have got. You talk about your review and editorial acclaims, the paper, the certificates that you reviewed. You talk about your professional certification, any volunteering or anything that you did in your field. This could be judging or this could be like any volunteering thing. If you went and trained some old US people, or if you did something for the veterans or something, you can put it here. Then you have work experience EVL. You want to get a detailed work experience EVL on what you are working and your skill justification. Then you have your current status information, your current pay stubs, W2, and your income verification if you want to point that you are well paid. And then you have your performance reviews. So this all over and all this becomes around and around 400 pages of your EB2 NIW application. So this is how you would compile your file, make a big file, and then send it send it. And if it gets rejected, or like if you miss a form, either you can just change the form and send the packet. But by the time you get a new information, so for example, you get a new a paper that you publish, so you will go to the first pages and add the first pages here in the first page folder. Likewise, you will add the certification in the first page certification so that the PDF comes. So all these PDF are then referenced in the appendix. So if we go down here, you see this EVL is the PDF that is merged with the help of the merging tool, and this EVL has all EVL, all employment verification. So if you get a new employment verification letter which talks about your employment verification and skill from somebody else, like for example, if you have one employment verification letter and you get another one from another colleague, then you can also add that to add more stuff to your application and any other things. Likewise, if you get more reviews, if you reviewed new papers in the next 2 or 3 or 6 months and your application is pending, you can put it into the folder and it's going to get merged as one PDF. So the next time if you want to apply, either you can, if you want to do a new application, or if you want to, if your application get rejected, it's easy to send it back. Although adding the new information to the application would be a different step, but here we are assuming that you send the application and it get rejected and you're sending it 1 month back, and you want to compile it and expand this for EB1A. So if it's like this, a lot of chapters will remain the same, like recommendation profile will remain the same, but recommendation would be different. This time the recommendation would be that you are in the top of your field. Publication sections remain the same, academic degrees remain the same, review editorial board remains the same, professional. So you can recycle the same application and elevate it and bring to a level of EB1A. So this is a video about how you would compile all of your information and prepare your application.